Hey, so what do you think? Well, where did you get this jacket? Or the university presents these souvenir jackets to proactive students who are involved in self-government or any other extracurricular events. That's awesome! Hello, you're watching the program Think Big, that explores where and how to study in Ukraine. We're at the Hrinchenko Kyiv University today. Hey, do students who are working hard and have academic achievements receive such a jacket? Well, I haven't asked about that, as always. The university was founded in 1874 and honors the name of Borys Hrinchenko. It includes 6 institutes and 4 faculties as well as the college. There are 5 buildings, 6 scientific research laboratories and 2 dormitories on the campus of the Hrinchenko University. More than 9,000 students are attending it, and about 700 lecturers share their knowledge. The university prepares 14 types of junior specialists, 25 bachelors, and 29 masters. At the same time, 8 special academic boards are responsible for defending a thesis and acquisition of academic degrees of candidate and doctorate in philological, historical, philosophical, and psychological sciences. You can see behind me that main building of the Hrinchenko University campus located on the Obolon district. It is simply difficult to grasp how many buildings there are on this territory. It is one of 5 university buildings. However, any place where students are studying is comfortable, clean and renovated. Moreover, the building has a security system, so outsiders cannot get in. Along with comfortable lecture halls, the buildings have a place where students can rest between their studies. Significantly, all buildings of the university are inclusive and adapted for people with disabilities, and there are no problems for getting around freely. The Hrinchenko University has a unique concept of learning. It is called a new education strategy. Students gain theoretic knowledge in the lecture halls. For instance, here's one of them. The students gain practical knowledge in centers of competency. For example, future lawyers model a realistic judicial hearing. This one is located in the Institute of Human Resources for the support of people with disabilities. Now let's visit the Center of Archaeological Research, where the students process and restore found artifacts. Or, for instance, the Confucius class, where Chinese language is studied. Ni hao. I managed to learn how our program will be called in the Chinese language. While Serhiy is busy with nonsense, look who I met up with. Greetings. Meet Angelina. Are you a straight A student? Of course, I want to get a diploma with honors. That's the spirit. Moreover, she's the president of the student parliament of Borys Hrinchenko Kyiv University. Am I right? Yes, you are right. Angelina, this is a gift for you. Every class has their representative at the student self-governed parliament. These are representatives of the student council of a faculty or institute. Its leader is a member of university student parliament. We protect students' rights, promote their interests, and organize and hold more global events. Students are present in academic councils and faculties and structure institutes as well. I am also the representative of students in the rectorate. What I mean is that we have the right of expression and the authorities are willing to listen to our opinion. We're lucky. We came during the season when the university hosted events almost every day. Currently, the competition for Miss and Mr. University is being held and students are discussing one of the competition stages. This contest is special for Angelina. She won the title of Miss University last year. Those are my best memories for the moment. It was 6 to 8 hours of preparations, the rehearsals, shootings, photo and video ones. Drive, emotions and adrenaline. We continue to investigate students' life at the Hrinchenko University. However, let's hear something boring from Serhiy. Cybersecurity, microelectronics, circuit engineering, smart houses. Does Andrei consider this boring? For example, I am far from bored in this laboratory. I and all the rest of the team are not bored. The simplest thing that I can make in a laboratory of embedded systems and 3D models is to manufacture and print the university logo in this 3D printer. Girls and boys are skillfully operating with different mechanisms and technologies. They project and create microcomputerized systems and combine one with another. The result is interesting technological solutions. None of the students are restricted in their creative pursuit. Surprisingly, our students of computer sciences and mathematics are engaged as well. They constantly visit hobby groups. We accept teachers of Kyiv schools, teachers of informatics, mathematics and physics. We're investigating embedded systems. In particular, those are microelectronics and schematics. The projection, building and programming of different systems are based on the internet and smart houses. These are the devices that are used both for domestic and production purposes. So imagine the situation when you find a USB flash drive and you decide to see what it offers purely out of interest. Voila! It is a scenario of more than 70% of cyber attacks. The further events remind one of a spy movie. The hacker can connect to your device even without your involvement, while you don't even think that it is possible to do.
I have a full access there. I can download file, I can upload file, I can execute file there. It doesn't matter for me. So from here, I can do whatever I want because now I'm administrator. Just I'm not sitting physically on that computer. Remotely, I have a full access on that computer.
Students are learning on the basis of technology of the cyber ground, where they act against modeled web viruses and attacks of any level. This is because they must know how to react to the attacks on levels of personal emails and pages of government significance. It is important that these professionals are in demand, not only in leading Ukrainian companies, but also in global companies. One must have a grasping mind to model the potential situation, system and its security. One must analyze it from different perspectives, from one perspective as a user, as an administrator, and from the other perspective, like a hacker. Arguably, one must see themselves as a hacker. Of course, they must be technically prepared. The university organizes around 40 major entertaining and cultural events. There are around 2 events per week. I was lucky to visit one of them. It was held by the Journalism Institute. The event was Mr. and Miss Institute. So let's go to meet some interesting people. Kostya, look, I will make a quiz. You have to choose between 2 answers. The answers must be quick, and you should say the first thing that comes to your mind. Marvel or DC? Marvel. 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 Dynamo or Shakhtar? Dynamo. I'm not that interested in football. Dynamo. 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 Shakhtar. An egg or a lemon? Lemon. 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 An egg or a lemon? Egg. What will save the world? Beauty. 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 Girls, joy. I will agree with both answers. If the Journalism Institute contest is in such a format, imagine what happens during the final stage of a contest. However, it is not the largest event held at the Institute. Here we're at the annual festival held for freshmen. It is a perfect chance to show oneself. It is the most grandiose and anticipated event with dancing, singing, performances, comedy and an original approach. One can do anything to impress the audience and jury with their talent. Students learn the unique technology of enamel in the metal at the center of jewelry design. We shall try this one out. While the liquid is vaporing on mold, I managed to learn that future designer jewelers have to master the technology of creating a product and know the material with which they mostly will work, metals and alloys, minerals and others. Then they continue to design and create a mold of jewelry. Jewelry is a precious material and demands specific techniques. Enamel is precious even if it is applied to a copper. Jewelry techniques are applied to make a jewelry masterpiece from raw material, even if it is spatial. A separate institution is dedicated to this masterpiece. It educates jewelers, painters, ceramics masters, musicians, choreographers, designers, and renovators. Let's continue the topic of journalism. I chose to look into this qualification because I have a plan. The fact is that journalists are my colleagues. Therefore, I sincerely hope that I will not have a very difficult task to perform. Journalism consists not only of TV broadcasting, of course. However, often the profession of a broadcaster is more appealing for students. The university offers all the necessary conditions for providing the required knowledge in this field. Students have the possibility to write and edit news postings and reels, and also work on the air. Then they edit their stories using modern professional equipment. People say that the best professionals come from radio to TV. Recently, this media platform was seemingly forced out of the market under the pressure of internet resources. But this did not happen, and radio continues to exist and develop. Moreover, future radio professionals continue to learn the nuances of this work at the Hrinchenko University. Students have an authentic radio studio, qualified professors, and most importantly, broadcasting that can be heard by the listening audiences. I will turn the tables around and work as a radio presenter. Future journalists will be my guests. Student life at the Hrinchenko University. What is interesting about it? Mr. and Miss of the Institute of Journalism. We were already there. Then let's check out the dormitories. They're crucial. The first year of studying and living in dorms. It is the year when I believe students taste the campus life. I can imagine. Then you just go for it and become more familiar with all you need. One goes to work, another focuses on their studies, and everything begins in the first year. All students feel a certain drive there. There are two main spheres of work in the Resource Center of Support for Students with Disabilities at the Institute of Human Resources. Mainly, there are social educators, practicing psychologists, speech and language therapists, and teachers of elementary school. We specialize in working with general immaturity of speech and stuttering, and with children who have systematic disabilities with speech. Let's say we can work with children who have both speech disabilities and other psychophysical diseases, in particular problems with hearing, eyesight, motor skills, and others. Our work also applies to children that are suffering from autism. All studies are formulated in a plain form in the center. This means it is easier to memorize it and implement in future practice. It is a sensor panel that will be relevant in schools and kindergartens, where future professionals will work. However, for teaching children, one must learn themselves. Let's try it out. The main objective of the panel is to follow the appearing color and push the button of the same color. So here we go. Yellow, blue, yellow, blue. I guess from the music you can realize that I didn't successfully accomplish the assignment. I continue to study how such a small building contains so many rooms, particularly the special sports complex. The university holds local and inter-university contests, for instance, the competition in volleyball. Instead of physical education, students choose one of 10 sections. All 3 playing courts and 1 gym are in very good condition. The same applies for the swimming pool. Students consider the sports complex as a lecture hall, since the future coaches learn how to work with their trainees, develop workout programs, and implement them in practice. However, the greatest achievement is that of the university's football team. There they are, training on a leased field. We managed to come to the forefront, taking the bronze medal in the second season. We won the Kyiv championship between higher learning institutions. We also advanced as Ukrainian representatives to the European Championship between higher learning institutions, where we took 3rd place. I'm visiting future teachers of elementary schools right now, where they're learning the technology. 1 student, 1 computer. It is a mystery for me right now, but we will try our best. This technology works with the help of a smart table and netbooks that each student has, which allows them to work on separate assignments. The teacher can trace the progress of every student and suggest additional individual tasks for them. This technology can be used for any discipline.
Наприклад, на уроці
For instance, students can use Zoom to watch specific objects during the lectures of environmental studies. The technology will enable them to learn fragments, play small games, and conduct an analysis of words in the Ukrainian language class.
також за допомогою цієї технології.
I see you whittled one out as well. What do you mean whittled? I earned it. Students who study well have such encouragements in addition to their unique knowledge and abilities. Yes, the conditions are in their favor. We were at the Borys Hrinchenko Kyiv University. That's all for now. Think big. By the way, how would think big sound in Chinese? I have no idea. Huo de genduo. Yeah, I knew that. Konnichiwa. That's in Japanese.